Today we have the conclusion of Mr. Perfect. Will he end at Man City? Will he go elsewhere? Today we are going to find out. This is part 3 of the Perfect Player in Football Manager. Let's do this. Now, just as a reminder, if you're binge watching the playlist of this mini-series, make sure to subscribe. We're going to have more videos like this Football Manager experiment dropping on the regular here on the channel. We do some other stuff as well. I live stream on Twitch. Did you know that? If you didn't know that, now you do. Twitch.tv/WorkTheSpace. If you want to see me suffer in China, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Today we are here with Mr. Perfect. We have gone 1 year in the future since we left things. He is 32 years old. Ordinarily, this would be the point where you look at a player and go, well, their legs are done now. Time to sell them on. Time to get rid of them. Of course, just as a reminder, his attributes are frozen. Still with the 19 bravery. That broken toe has really stuck with him. And well, should we have a look at how he's done in this season? Looking at things here, 37 appearances, 22 goals, 13 assists, 12 player of the matches, and Man City remaining a rather dominant force. Of course, we left things last time with them finishing behind the likes of Manchester United and Liverpool. They have responded accordingly. A 95-point season, not too shabby. 90 goals scored for. I have a sneaking suspicion I know who created a lot of these goals. Mr. Perfect, second top goal scorer with 22 goals, had a 7.89 average rating. That was the best in the league. And he also had the joint most assists with 13. Meanwhile, just a quick peek. How did they get on in the other competitions, you might wonder? Well, they won the FA Cup, they won the Champions League, they won the Carabao Cup, they won absolutely everything, but they did lose 3-2 to Brighton. So there is that. How did he play in the final against Liverpool? It was a demolition job, a 3-0 win. Mr. Perfect grabbed 2 of them. Of course, with his 20 penalty taking, 20 composure, and 20 finishing, you might expect him to take the penalties. I can confirm he did. And, well, worth noting, the reason we've come back today and not in 2038 to kick things off is because his contract expires at the end of the year. Yeah, he's not renewed it yet at Manchester City. Looking at things here, no kind of plans for the future, no contract on offer. We've already seen him leave on a free twice before. Could history be about to repeat itself? Should we go find out? Okay, so I am returning from my holiday here. We are in 2039. We've gone 2 years forward to see how Mr. Perfect is getting on. Did he move clubs? He did. He's top of our player list sorted by world reputation here. Yeah, wow. Okay, so he's gone to Real Madrid. Did he go on a free or did they sell him? Wow, he did go on a free. So he had one final year at Man City and did not do as well in this year. I wonder if his head was turned a little bit by the move on the horizon. How did Man City do last year? Let's take a quick look. They finished second. And, well, I imagine they were predicted to win the league with him. How did they do? Shall we have a look in the final season with him? Did they retain the Champions League? They didn't. They were spanked by Bayern 4-0. They also bottled the FA Cup semi-final against Huddersfield. I now need to know if Huddersfield won. Wow. Shout out to Huddersfield. You've won an FA Cup as a championship club. It will be worth the wait, I promise. 2-0 win at Wembley. Please don't come back to this video in many years' time and complain this wasn't true. But as for the hero of our story, now at Real Madrid, on £350,000, I think he's taken a little bit of a wage cut there. His contract only runs up until the end of next year. It's going to be interesting to see how long they keep him around. Of course, he's not going to decline. So logically, you'd assume they'd want to keep him, although he could just leave on a free again, I suppose. In his first year in La Liga, he's torn it up a little bit. 28 goals, 21 assists, 13 player of the matches. If we look at things, Real Madrid were already very, very good in this universe. Now they're just that little bit better. They lost 1 game all year. Mr. Perfect got the most goals by a country mile, highest average rating, got the most assists, got the most player of the matches. He's very, very good. Real Madrid, how did you do in all your other competitions? They lost the Champions League final, 2-1 to Manchester United. How have they? They've lost, but their players have such good ratings. Did their goalkeeper just have a howler? They scored in the first minute and still went on to bottle it. I have also noticed here, Jurgen Klopp is Real Madrid manager. That makes me feel a tiny bit uncomfortable. Does anyone else feel a bit funny? I don't know. Maybe that's just the Liverpool fan in me coming through, feeling funny about Klopp being at Real Madrid. Just doesn't feel right. Anyway, Mr. Perfect, 34 years old. His contract runs up at the end of 2040. Logically, I'm going to go forward to 2041. We'll see if he's moved clubs again. I'd be amazed if he moves again. He might just end up retiring. I mean, his wage demands have dropped a tiny bit to go to Real Madrid here. He retired from international football 4 years ago. I have no idea how long he's going to keep playing for. Let's go forward and find out, shall we? So it's 2041. We are 20 years in the future. Is Mr. Perfect still playing? You bet your bottom dollar he is. 36 years old. He is at Real Madrid. Interesting to note his value has dropped quite significantly over the course of the last few years. Also, they've started playing him at defensive mid and centre-back. I hope I didn't miss that. Maybe Real Madrid have already started this conversion process and I didn't clock it before. Either way, they're trying to make him into a centre-back right at the end of his career. I don't know what to say about that. The good news is he's got at least one more year in him as well. His contract now expires in 2042. They actually gave him a salary rise recently to keep him around. You might be wondering, Real Madrid, how have they done over the last couple of years? They've just kept on winning everything. They were already winning everything before the best player came in. He's got the most goals, he's got the highest average rate, and he's got 20 assists this year, which must be pretty close to his career best. I was going to say, what I've realised actually is he's been a way more creative player in terms of assists in the latter years of his career. I wonder if that's coincidence or if there is something to that. 15 player of the matches this year, by the way, is his second best in his career, only bested by, way back in 2028 when he got 16 player of the matches playing for PSG. So he's done pretty well on that regard. Real Madrid are successful. How have they done in continental competitions, you might ask? They won the Spanish Cup. They actually lost in the quarterfinals to Manchester United quite emphatically. They lost 5-2 on aggregate. And then most recently, for the season just gone, how did they get on? They lost in the semi-final to Bayer Leverkusen. They won the first leg 2-0 and then got spanked in the away game 4-0. They did, however, win the Spanish Cup, which they're just winning. Turns out, Real Madrid, very good football team, everyone. Who would have thought? I do feel a little bit bad for the entirety of Spain here about the fact Mr. Perfect signed for Real Madrid of all clubs. It's worth noting they have had a change of manager, so I feel less funny about things now. Thomas Tuchel came in last year and, he's won a league and 2 cups upon his arrival at Real Madrid. He's done quite well. So Mr. Perfect's 36 now. I think we'll go forward one final time. We'll go to whenever he retires. We'll have a look for his biography, have a look at how the end of his career ended up playing out. Did they make him into a centre-back to cap off this video? Let's go find out. It's 2044. We've gone forward 3 years, and aged 39, this is the last we will see of Mr. Perfect, the perfect footballer in Football Manager still. His bravery's gone down to 18. He's considering his future in football. It's all a disaster. They've trained him to play centre-back. How did he get on in his last few years, you ask, having now been released by Real Madrid? He got 34 goals, which was a career best. He then got 29, and this year just gone, he got 30 goals in all competitions, 19 assists. Ended on a high, which I suppose for a player who literally doesn't decline, isn't that surprising. What's happened over the last 3 years? Real Madrid had just continued to win stuff. They won the Spanish First Division 3 years in a row. In the Champions League, they never actually won it again. In fact, Man City won it without Mr. Perfect, which I'm sure stung him a little bit. I'm kind of surprised he hasn't won more Champions Leagues. How many Champions Leagues has he won? I was just looking for all the career stats screens thinking, where is the best place to see a collection of all his trophies? But actually, I think the best thing to do is go to his biography and try and find it on this Wikipedia page of a page. It's a little career recap. We might as well just go through this. You can pause and have a detailed read, but Mr. Perfect, he came, he saw, he conquered. He won Serie A 3 years in a row, won the Italian Cup, won the Italian Super Cup, went to France and just won a lot of stuff. They won the Trophées des Champions 7 times in a row. They won the Champions League in 2033, the French Cup 5 times. He then went to Man City, 179 appearances, 98 goals. They won 3 Premier League titles, a Club World Championship, and 2 Champions Leagues. So there's your answer. He got 3 Champions League winner medals, 2 at Man City, 1 at PSG. He also got a few FA Cups, which I'm sure he cares about greatly. Now, I know what you're thinking. How did he do in the Ballon d'Or, Jack? He won it 18 years in a row. He actually won it 6 months ago. It's almost a crime that the game is allowing him to retire now. Yeah, I mean, who would have thought? If you give a player the best attributes in everything, he will just win the Golden Ball all the time. What I would say is, I am a little bit surprised by that. I thought there'd be like 1 year where, you know, there's that freakish regen who scores like 70 goals in a season, but no one could hang with Mr. Perfect. Interesting to note that in the Goal 50 award, which I don't think has an age limit, he just stopped winning it after he left Man City. It's like they just decided he didn't exist anymore. I wonder if the reputation of the Spanish league played a factor in that, especially because he didn't win it when he was playing in Serie A either, which maybe you would have thought he would have done. You see, what's happened here with the World Footballer of the Year is what I thought would happen. I thought there'd be the odd year where just players come out and just do crazy stuff. In this occasion, it was Casemiro who had a few really good years, 127 caps for Italy, the centre-mid/left winger. Also, of course, Jordan Perez did interrupt his reign midway through his career. You know we're in the future because regens have started to retire and gain grey hair. I mean, from a statistical point of view, he's done reasonably well. 770 league appearances, 499 goals. He never got to 500. The bulk of his appearances did come during his appearances at PSG, although it would be easy to discount just how long he was at Real Madrid to end his career here. 217 appearances, 176 goals. He actually had his most productive years at Real Madrid, whilst also learning to play centre-back. Don't get it. So to wrap things up today, I was going to go into the future, but he retired. He didn't actually become a staff member. He just decided he'd had enough of football after 23 years, which I can kind of appreciate. So what that means is, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do any kind of coaching videos with him. What that does mean is we can get into my next video like this a little bit sooner. Keep your eyes peeled for it. It's going to be coming your way on Sunday. It's not going to be a perfect player video, but it is going to involve a real manager or two, maybe not being in the leagues they would normally be in, maybe with not a lot of money to do stuff with. So if you're looking forward to that, drop a like on this video. If you have your own ideas for video suggestions like this one that you would like to see in the future, leave them in the comments. I have seen some really good suggestions that are part of an ever-growing list of content like this that I'm going to be bringing over the coming months. If you've enjoyed this video, as already mentioned, do drop a like on it. It feeds the YouTube algorithm and helps out massively. If you've got to the end of this video and you're not yet subscribed to the channel, you've not yet checked out the live stream where we stream each and every weekday, do make sure to check it out. All the links are at the top of the description. And well, until next time, take care. I'll see you guys again soon. It is me, Jack. I'll talk to you in a bit. I'm out.